Hello students, good morning. Welcome to online learning standard 11 subject chemistry. Dear students, in 11th standard chemistry we are discussing unit number 1, which is basic concepts of chemistry and chemical calculations. And in this unit 1 we have seen many topics so far, and in the previous video we have seen about how to calculate the empirical formula of a compound by using the percentage composition, isn't it? Yes, so that was the last concept we have discussed, and today using this video the concept which we are going to see is how to calculate the molecular formula of a compound from empirical formula. Students, generally it is a 3-step process. First, you will be given the percentage composition. By using that you have to find the empirical formula. Then from empirical formula you have to find the empirical formula mass, and by using empirical formula mass you have to find the molecular formula of the compound. So when you find molecular formula, that problem will get over. Okay, so what is the concept of today's class? Calculation of molecular formula from empirical formula. Okay, see here. Okay students, in order to find the molecular formula of a compound, we have to study two formulae, and those are, look at the first formula. What is given? Molecular formula is equal to N into empirical formula. So what is the formula? Tell me one time. Molecular formula is equal to N into empirical formula. Okay, empirical formula we have calculated by using the calculation. I have explained in the previous video, no? By using that you can calculate the empirical formula. Then here, what is N? In this formula, what is N? It is an integer, and the value of N can be calculated by using another formula that I have written here. N is equal to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. So what is the value of N? N is equal to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. And here the molecular mass will be given directly in the problem itself. So we need not worry about molecular mass. When the problem is given, automatically with the problem what will be given? Molecular mass will be given. Only we have to calculate the empirical formula mass. Then let me show you how to calculate the empirical formula mass. Look here, for an example we can take the empirical formula of a compound as CHO. Just for an example I am taking this empirical formula. CHO is the empirical formula of a compound. And dear students, we know the atomic masses of certain elements. Can you remember what is the atomic mass of carbon? It is 12. And what is the atomic mass of hydrogen? It is 1. And what is the atomic mass of oxygen? It is 16. So when we add the atomic masses of the elements or atoms present in the empirical formula, you can get the empirical formula mass. Here I have told you CHO is the empirical formula of a compound. Then let us calculate the empirical formula mass. First write the atomic mass of carbon. It is 12. What is the atomic mass of hydrogen? It is 1. So I can write 12 plus 1. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So 12 plus 1 plus 16. Totally it is 29. So dear students, in the case of CHO, the empirical formula mass is 29, and this is the way to calculate the empirical formula mass. After finding empirical formula mass, you can substitute in this second formula. Here you can substitute and find the N value. Then N can be substituted over here so that you can easily get the molecular formula of a compound. Is it clear? So what is the formula used to calculate molecular formula? Molecular formula is equal to N into empirical formula. Here N is an integer. It can be calculated using another formula. N is equal to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. Okay, dear students, by using all these ideas, let me show you how to solve a problem. Look here, there is a problem I have taken. Read the problem. What is given here? The empirical formula of a compound is CH2O. What is the empirical formula of a compound? CH2O. And its molecular mass is 60. As I told you just now, the molecular mass will be given directly in the problem itself. But in certain cases, there will be a twist in the question. Let me tell you what is that twist. Instead of giving the molecular mass, it will be given vapor density. What will be given? Vapor density. Instead of giving directly as molecular mass, vapor density will be given. We need not worry. When vapor density is given, we can use another formula, molecular mass. Let me write as m is the molecular mass. Molecular mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. Is it clear, students? Instead of giving molecular mass, in certain problems vapor density will be given. In such cases, what we have to do, we have to use this formula. Molecular mass is equal to 2 into vapor density, and by using that formula you can get the molecular mass. Is it clear? So in this problem, what are the things given? There are two things given. One is the empirical formula of a compound, which is CH2O, and the another one is its molecular mass, that is CH2O. By using this data, we have to find the molecular formula of the compound. Okay, come here. Now solution. First I have written the given data from the problem. The given data I have taken. What are the things given? Empirical formula of the compound is given, which is CH2O, and molecular mass of the compound is also given, that is 60. Okay, so empirical formula is equal to CH2O and molecular mass is equal to 60. Now solution. For solution, let me write the n value first. What is the value? What is the formula for n? N is equal to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. Okay, here what is the empirical formula? CH2O is the empirical formula. Shall we calculate the empirical formula mass? First write CH2O. What is the mass of carbon? 12. So I can write 12. What is the mass of hydrogen? 1. Here how many hydrogens are there? 2 hydrogens. So 2 into 1, 2. Mass of oxygen is 16. Only one oxygen. So plus 16. Okay students, so here CH2O is the empirical formula. For carbon it is 12, and for 2 hydrogens 2 into 1, 2. For oxygen it is 16, so 16. And find the added value now. 12 plus 2, 14, 14 plus 16, 30. So the empirical formula mass of this compound is 30. So we can easily get the value of empirical formula mass. Now you have both the terms. You have molecular mass as well as empirical formula mass. So we can substitute in this formula. N is equal to molecular mass. What is the molecular mass? It is 60. So in this place we can substitute 60 divided by empirical formula mass is 30. So here 30. 60 divided by 30. That I have taken in the next slide. Come here. What is the value of n? N is equal to 60 divided by 30. That is equal to 2. And the formula for molecular formula is equal to n into empirical formula. What is the value of n? N is equal to 2. So here 2, and empirical formula is CH2O. By multiplying 2 with this CH2O, we can get C2H4O2. Only one carbon, 1 into 2, 2. 2 hydrogens, 2 into 2, 4. And 1 oxygen, so 1 into 2, 2. So the molecular formula of the compound is C2H4O2. Okay, so with this problem ends. Okay, dear students, in this video, what are the things we have seen? We have seen how to calculate the molecular formula from empirical formula. For this, we have to remember two formulae. Molecular formula is equal to n into empirical formula, and n is equal to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. There is a problem I have taken. First, calculate n value. For calculating n value, we need empirical formula mass, and I have explained how to calculate empirical formula mass. And after finding n value, we can substitute in another formula and we can get the molecular formula of the compound. Okay students, with this video ends. You can watch the video twice to get a clear understanding. Thank you.